Ladies, we've all been told to eat your protein to stay strong after 60. But what if I told you that protein isn't the real hero when it comes to rebuilding muscle and preventing dangerous falls? There's a single mineral most older women are critically low in, and without it, all the protein shakes in the world won't help. Stick with me through this video, because this could literally save you from your next fall. Backhand index pointing, right? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Strong at 70 if you're ready to take your health into your own hands. Part 1. My story as a doctor and a woman over 60. Let me tell you something most doctors don't admit. Aging doesn't feel like a slow and graceful process. It can feel like a free fall. I should know. I've been a doctor for over 3 decades, and now, at 68, I'm going through the very changes I used to counsel women about. I'm not just looking at charts anymore. I am the chart. As women, we've been trained our whole lives to be strong. We cared for families, carried groceries with one arm and a toddler in the other. But when you hit 60, your body starts whispering. Your legs feel heavier. Your balance feels a little off. You wake up with tight calves and tell yourself, "Oh, I must have slept funny." But it's not just sleep. It's your muscles beginning to struggle. I remember the moment that made me rethink everything. A patient of mine, Rita, 74 years old, full of life, came in after a fall in her kitchen. She slipped while reaching for a glass of water. It wasn't a huge tumble, but it left her with a fractured hip and 6 weeks of recovery. I was stunned. Rita wasn't fragile. She was active, ate well, even lifted light weights at home. I kept thinking, what did I miss? That's when I began re-examining everything I thought I knew about muscle strength in older women. Part 2. The forgotten mineral, magnesium. If protein is the engine, magnesium is the spark plug. And yet, very few women over 60 even know that magnesium is essential for muscle strength and fall prevention. What shocked me most was how understudied it was in older women. We hear about calcium, vitamin D, and maybe a bit of potassium, but magnesium? It's barely whispered about in mainstream medicine, yet it's behind nearly every major muscle movement your body makes. Magnesium plays a central role in muscle contraction, energy creation, and even how your nerves talk to your muscles. If you're low on magnesium, and let me be clear, most older women are, your muscles simply don't function the way they should. They're slower, stiffer, and more prone to injury. What's more, when magnesium levels drop, your risk of falls skyrockets, even if your balance hasn't changed much yet. Why? Because low magnesium doesn't just weaken muscles, it delays reaction time. That means when you trip or stumble, your muscles don't respond fast enough to catch you. In Rita's case, we checked her magnesium, and sure enough, it was significantly below optimal. Not dangerously low, just low enough to matter. We corrected it through diet and supplements, and over the next few weeks, she felt like her old self again. Her physical therapist couldn't believe how much stronger and quicker her responses had become. That was the moment I realized we've been telling women the wrong story. Part 3. Why most women over 60 are deficient. Now, let me explain why so many of us, even those eating healthy, are magnesium deficient after 60. First, age changes everything about how your body processes nutrients. Your digestive system becomes less efficient. Your kidneys start filtering minerals differently. And once estrogen levels drop post-menopause, your bones and muscles begin relying even more heavily on outside sources for support. Here's where the vicious cycle begins. You eat well, but your gut doesn't absorb magnesium as efficiently. You take common medications like diuretics for blood pressure or PPIs for heartburn, and they flush magnesium right out of your system. And if you're trying to avoid sodium or sugar, chances are you're also avoiding the very foods that contain magnesium. Even your stress levels come into play. Chronic stress, whether emotional or physical, actually drains your magnesium stores faster. So if you've been caring for grandkids, worrying about aging parents, or just feeling overwhelmed by the world, that stress is literally burning through your reserves. It's no surprise that studies show up to 80% of older adults are magnesium deficient, and yet we keep telling women, just eat more protein, without addressing this silent mineral that unlocks everything. Part 4. How magnesium repairs muscle. Even without protein. Now here's where it gets really fascinating. Most people think protein builds muscle directly. That's only partly true. Without magnesium, your body can't actually convert that protein into usable tissue. Magnesium acts like the foreman on a construction site. Protein is the building material, sure, but magnesium tells your cells how to use it, when to use it, and where to put it. Without that foreman, nothing gets built efficiently. Here's what magnesium does behind the scenes. It helps create ADP, your body's primary energy molecule. Without ADP, muscles get tired quickly, and even short walks feel exhausting. It relaxes muscles after contraction, which is essential for recovery. Ever feel like your muscles are tight for no reason? That's often magnesium deficiency. It improves glucose uptake into muscles, which gives them fuel, not just for strength, but endurance and coordination. A recent study I reviewed found that women over 65 who took magnesium supplements for 12 weeks showed significantly higher muscle mass and strength compared to women who just increased protein intake. The reason? Magnesium improved how their muscles used the nutrients they were already eating. So if you've been loading up on protein and still feel weak, fatigued, or unstable on your feet, it's not your fault. Your body may simply be lacking the one mineral that makes all that protein count. Part 5. Best food sources and how to supplement safely. Now let's talk solutions. If you're wondering, okay, Dr. Mercer, how do I get more magnesium into my body? You're not alone. The good news is that you can start with simple, everyday foods. And I always encourage food first, supplement second. But when you're over 60, food alone may not get you to the levels your body truly needs to rebuild and repair muscle. Here are some of the best magnesium-rich foods I recommend to my patients, and that I personally eat myself every week. Pumpkin seeds, just 2 tablespoons, give you nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs. I sprinkle them over salads or blend them into my morning smoothie. Spinach and Swiss chard. Leafy greens are powerhouses. Lightly steam them to keep the minerals intact, and pair them with olive oil and lemon for better absorption. Black beans and lentils. These legumes are not only rich in fiber and protein, but also high in magnesium. I often make a warm lentil soup in winter with turmeric and cumin, delicious and medicinal. Avocados. Half an avocado has about 15% of your daily needs. I mash them on toast, toss them in salads, or eat them plain with a pinch of sea salt. Bananas. These are often praised for potassium, but they also provide magnesium. Great as a post-walk snack. Dark chocolate. Yes, this one surprises people, but 70% or higher cocoa content delivers a powerful magnesium punch. Just keep portions small. Now, here's the truth. Even with all of that, most older women I work with still come up short. Why? Because aging bodies absorb less, and our needs are often higher. That's where supplements come in, but only if you use the right kind. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's poorly absorbed and often causes digestive upset. Instead, I recommend magnesium glycinate, gentle, calming, and great for sleep. My personal favorite, magnesium citrate, well absorbed and helpful if you struggle with occasional constipation. Start with 200 to 400 milligrams daily, preferably at night. Why at night? Because magnesium also relaxes your nervous system and helps you sleep deeper. And better sleep means better healing. Just remember, not all supplements are created equal. Look for third-party tested brands. and avoid any with added sugars, dyes, or fillers. This is your body we're talking about. Treat it like royalty. Part 6. Who should not take magnesium supplements without talking to a doctor? Now, before you rush off to the pharmacy or hop on Amazon, I need to talk to you about safety. Yes, magnesium is vital. Yes, it's natural. But natural doesn't always mean safe for everyone. If you have chronic kidney disease, for example, your body may struggle to eliminate excess magnesium, which can build up in the bloodstream and become dangerous. High magnesium levels can lead to low blood pressure, nausea, even heart rhythm changes. Similarly, if you're taking medications like diuretics such as furosemide or hydrochlorothiazide, these can deplete magnesium, but they can also alter how your body handles electrolytes in general. Antibiotics like tetracycline or ciprofloxacin, magnesium can interfere with absorption. Heart medications like digoxin, combining them without guidance can impact heart rhythm and electrolyte balance. So here's my advice, woman to woman, doctor to patient. Talk to your GP or pharmacist first. Ask them if magnesium is safe for you based on your medications and history. You only need a short consultation, and it can make all the difference. Also, be careful with all-in-one supplements that mix magnesium with high levels of calcium, zinc, or iron. These minerals compete for absorption and can cancel each other out. You want magnesium to get the spotlight, not fight for it. And lastly, listen to your body. If you start a magnesium supplement and feel lightheaded, have loose stools, or notice swelling or fatigue, stop immediately and check in with your doctor. These could be signs your body needs a different dose or form, or that magnesium isn't right for you at this moment. Part 7. Real-life transformations, including my own. Let me take you into my world for a moment, because this isn't just a medical lecture. This is about real women like you and me. I'll never forget Doreen. She was 82 when she came to see me. Widowed for 10 years, sharp as a tack, but her body? That was another story. Her words, not mine. She had started walking with a cane about 6 months prior, more for balance than mobility, but she confessed to me that she no longer felt confident in her own home. "I don't trust my legs anymore," she said. That broke my heart. She was already eating well, getting plenty of protein, and doing chair exercises. But when I tested her magnesium, it was far below optimal. We got her on a glycinate supplement, adjusted her meal plan to include magnesium-rich foods, and paired her with a gentle balance program. 3 months later, she walked into my office without her cane. I'll never forget the smile on her face, part joy, part mischief, as she said, "Guess who outran her dog this morning?" Then there's me. I used to get awful nighttime cramps in my calves, the kind that make you leap out of bed and walk in circles. I figured it was just age. But once I started supplementing with magnesium glycinate, 300 milligrams each night, the cramps vanished. Not got better, vanished. I also noticed I had more control in my movement. Getting out of a chair felt smoother. Climbing stairs didn't leave my legs trembling. It was subtle at first, but then one day I realized I could lower myself to the floor and stand back up without grabbing anything. That was huge. Another patient, Leanne, 67, a retired school teacher, told me she hadn't done yoga in years because her joints felt unstable. We added magnesium to her routine, and within 2 months, she was back to beginner classes. "I feel like my muscles are responding again," she said, and she was right, they were. These stories aren't rare. Once women understand how to work with their bodies, especially when it comes to magnesium, the transformation can be extraordinary. We don't just avoid falls. We get our confidence back. We move with freedom again.